Money raw, yeah, I'm looking at the bank, say miss, I do not want to chill, yeah, nuts with my gang, you be just a stain, cover on my chain.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a great day as usual. So for this video, guys, I'm going to be reacting to another Billy Connolly stand-up clip, and the clip that I'm reacting to is Australian wildlife, so let's jump right into the clip. We'll have a little discussion after. Let's go.
It's weird, you know, I was talking about Australia there. I was on holiday before I started working there. And I was sunbathing. I was on the balcony of this house. I don't go to the beach for a few weeks because I'm a Scottish person. And I tend to frighten people on the beach because being Scottish, I'm pale blue. It takes me a week to get white, you know. I was on this veranda and I heard, oh, I thought the fucking Japanese changed them. It's a strange, but there wasn't a Japanese at all. It was a shark warning. And the people were still swimming. Australians are strange, you know, it's fucking huge beasts walking about like that. They're giving it swim. They seem to work on the basis that sharks eat one person at a time, you see. Get out of the water! Get your fucking in the side of your fish is fucking behind you! They're saying, what's with the blue prick in the veranda? Why was it I'm digging through that water like a fucking Polaris missile? Throwing children behind me. To me before, you know, I was in Barbados, I got into that scuba thing, you know. I looked up, my kids were on the beach going, hey, and for some inexplicable, I will never know the reason, I turned round. It's not the kind of thing you normally do when you're swimming. There's a fin 6 feet from me like that. I thought, oh, I thrashed the water to a foam. Like, right up the beach, it was a trench through the sand. Fucking shark! I nearly got run over by a bus on the main street. And I turned round, it was my own fucking flipper. Don't turn round. I went to it's funny, you know, in Australia, the suntan oils in numbers, from 1 to 14, you know, depending how fair skin. I was number 26. The woman says, that's a bandage. I said, fuck it, give it. She says, you'd be better with a boiler suit and a balaclava. I said, what's it? And there was a jar on the counter. This is the truth. This Australian woman was selling me this stuff. And there was like a honey jar. And in it was the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life. And it was under this liquid, you know, it'd been dead for years. It was still fucking terrifying looking at it. I said, what's that? She says, oh, that's the famous funnel web spider. I said, oh, yeah. Where do they live? Out in the bush, I said, trying to sound knowledgeable. Oh, that'll be out in the bush, I said, pointing over my shoulder. I thought it was a safe bet to point away from the sea. It's a funny name for the countryside, the bush, isn't it? I think the middle of Australia is a huge desert with one fucking bush. She says, oh no, these funnel webs, they don't live. She says, that we caught that one in a garden across the street. I said, I live here. She said, fuck it. And then she said this thing that thousands of people have said to me in my life, and they were all lying. She said, it won't bother you if you don't annoy it. annoys these bastards? Is anybody that bored? They get up in the morning and go, fucking bored. I think I'll go and annoy that fucking spider. See, in my life, there seem to have been lines and lines of little shits who had Alsatians or Doberman pinchers, foaming at the face, keeping a steady gaze on my bollocks, going, And these little shits who were holding them were always saying, it won't bother you if you don't annoy it. Then they don't tell you what annoys it. Like breathing and stuff like that. But my tour opened in a place called Townsville, which was up in the north of Queensland, up in the tropical bit. And I went for a little walk before the gig, as is my wont, you see. Walking along the seaside, and there was a big notice board, and it says, beware! So I was being ware. Stingers! Exclamation mark. I thought, fucking stingers. Now, I don't know if stingers burrow holes in the ground, drop out of trees, or arrive in fucking taxis. But I'm being ware. Right. And I thought, I better read on. Stingers or box jellyfish. I said, my God, these fuckers are gift wrapped. What kind of country is this? You imagine you're giving it a bit of that. This box with a big bow on it. Oh, I wonder what that is. It says, if the heart stops. I thought, what size is this? The cloud comes over the sun, you know. It says, douse the wounds. Wait, you hear this? Douse the wound liberally with vinegar.
Who has vinegar?
I always go swimming with a bottle of vinegar. You're probably the same yourself. Give a bit of that.
Legend, man, legend.
But it's the truth. The following morning, I was watching the news, and it said a wee boy had been stung, and it said, and don't go around among the rock pools today, as we've seen the unwelcome return of the blue-ringed octopus. And it showed you this bastard. You could see the camera shaking. The guy's shooting. This thing's about that size. It's got blue things on its legs, and it's gone like that. Fuck off! Fuck off! This bastard stings you. You don't even make it to the phone. You're looking for a stinger to take the edge off the pain.
Alright guys, great stuff there by Billy Connolly. As usual, there's going to be a lot more Billy Connolly on this channel, so stay tuned guys. But in terms of what he was talking about, the wildlife in Australia, I've never been to Australia. I've met a lot of Australians just because I've lived in the Rocky Mountains for a few years. And Australians come to Canada a lot to go skiing and snowboarding during the winter. And I lived in the Rockies for 2 years, so I met hundreds and hundreds of Australians. And they're not scared of anything. The stories they tell me about the wildlife and what they have to go through, even the chicks are pretty strong. Like, I met a few girls that were like farmers out in Australia. They weren't afraid of anything. Like, they were willing to get their hands dirty, clean up anything. So it's completely different culture, completely different. I feel like everybody's just a little tougher in Australia just because they got to deal with a lot more, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm a Canadian, so I'm just kind of like tame. I'm kind of laid back, easygoing, overly nice. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video because it helps the channel and the video grow a lot, guys. But I'm going to wrap it up, so take care of yourself. Stay safe because it is a crazy world and there are a lot of crazy people. But most importantly, guys, you already know by now. Peace.